Comfortable. One recommendation would be to get one size larger than you normally are. Because I'm usually a 9.
Yeah.
I ordered a 9.
Yeah.
They were too small, so I had to send it back and get a 10.
Well, I wear a 7.5 or an 8,
Well,
and the 8 was
sizing.
fine. The 8 was fine.
Was it?
Yeah, the 8 was fine.
Let me see what they look like.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I
They
know.
have a
I
white
can't see
ball.
them. Oh, so you can wear them
Those are
outside.
nice. Chris,
Yeah,
order me a
they're
9.5.
They're really nice.
I heard
Ow! I can't get my leg out.
And you can wash them in the
Get the
washing
massage
machine.
thing out.
Like if they get it, sometimes they get a little stretched
they come in-
out,
they
and then
come
you
in
can put
red,
them in the
right?
washing machine, and they
Yeah,
just bounce
colors,
right back.
multiple colors.
They're awesome.
So these kind of footwear, kind of lifestyle footwear, has become a thing. I looked these up because I was gonna. You swore by them. You told me you really liked them. But it said I read a lot of the reviews, and they said the only thing that I questioned and held me off from purchasing them is they run narrow. And
No, I got
wide
flat feet. I got triple E.
Right. And
You do?
Yeah.
And they fit you.
Perfect.
You just order a size up.
And they
Size
have arch
up.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't look like
they have
triple
an
E's.
arch.
Surprised
They
you
have
go
an
with
arch
different
support.
color laces, Chris.
I'm gonna get pink. Ralph has to go see his mother. Let's go. We're gonna.
No, they're really good.
So Allbirds.
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 Allbirds is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend them too.
I have the widest feet in America, and these have fit me comfortably.
Maybe that's why you had to go up a. Maybe that's why you had to
maybe.
go up a
Yeah.
size. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus my toe. I don't cut my toenails, so maybe my toenails.
They kind of curl underneath.
You're trying to go for the world record, longest toenails.
That's not poop.
Oh, Jim wants to talk about the rum line again.
I want to apologize.
We let Jim back in the building.
So
The Guinness at the rum line is fresh. They pour a lot of Guinness at the rum line.
Well, when you're there.
I had the Guinness. Yeah, that was excellent.
Oh, hey! Yeah, all right. Yeah.
oh, you just we'll go play the lottery. You said something positive about a local
We
place.
just took Jim from Oprah to the Tonight Show.
And the drinks are legendary, like Sail
Oh, my
Off
God.
to Marblehead.
Yeah.
The drinks are good.
The drinks are. They try to cripple you. I'm going to give a shout out to a place I went on Friday night with Kate, Trio, and for a particular reason. They have about 12 different beers on tap, including one of Chris's favorites, Far From the Tree.
Yeah, Nova.
They had Guinness on tap. They had a couple of different IPAs. I'm not an IPA guy, but a couple of different IPAs. Any pint of beer on tap is $3.
All the time?
All the time. It's just started. It's a winter special.
Really?
They just started it. $3,
Including Guinness.
including Guinness and Far From the Tree.
Mike, you can bring your
There's
date-
no place
you
in
can bring
town.
your dates there.
That's
There's
the
no
date
place in
spot.
town that you
That's
get
the date
Guinness.
spot. You can bring each date for each different type of beer. Then you can keep track of.
I'll be in
Oh,
and
yeah,
out
the
there for
Guinness
under
girl.
$20.
They also had.
Wait,
They
did you
also
have
had.
food?
I'm about to
Did
double
you have
down on
food?
my social
Did you-
club.
Did you get anything to eat?
Yeah, we got something to eat. So they also had $5 tapas plates.
Oh, nice.
So we got it was a artichoke and spinach raviolis and a butter garlic sauce.
Oh, that sounds really good.
You know, there's probably 10 of them, maybe
Wow.
8 of them on the plate.
Wow.
I could have gotten 3 orders of that,
And that would have been
and
dinner.
I would have been
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they were so good. I could have just kept
Wow.
eating them. Kate got and then we
I
got
love that combo
there was a
thing.
scallop thing.
Was it crowded, Joey?
It wasn't crowded, but
See,
the
that's an
reason,
issue then.
the particular reason I went there was because I really wanted to watch the Celtics game Friday night, and they have these enormous televisions.
Right.
It's a beautiful space.
It is.
And if you really want to watch the game, I think it's the best place in
I
town.
think,
to
isn't that
watch
about
the
a
game.
$500,000 renovation in there? $1 million renovation?
Really
Some
pretty in there.
outrageous number. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are beautiful.
I have.
No, they did it.
Can't
No,
help
I was there
myself.
the other night as well, and it was, as always, very good.
It's a tremendous value. If you're a drinker,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and you actually think about this for a game.
I'm not.
You go for a game, and you're
That's a
drinking
good
beer.
spot.
If you're
Yeah.
drinking,
There's a lot of seating in there for the TVs.
Here we go, Ralph. Go ahead, Ralph. Give it to me.
Do you
Give
want me
it
to
to
give you
me.
the? You want me to?
His,
We need to.
He needs his glasses.
Okay, moving along.
My segues are just
Your
not
time
smooth
is
today.
up.
So you guys went to the Envoy Hotel the other night.
Yeah, next.
Ralph's segment.
That's it.
But they have a roof deck that we went this October, and it's like overlooking the
Where is that on
Boston
there?
skyline.
in Boston.
In
It's in
Boston.
the
Boston
Seaport.
skyline,
Courthouse,
overlooks the
Barking Crab.
Boston Tea Party, the
Right.
Barking Crab.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
oh, wonderful.
It's good. So this roof deck
Beautiful.
at this hotel, gorgeous spot, but it's the winter, so you wouldn't think to go to a roof deck,
Oh, but
right?
it's still-
But what do they? What they
They have
installed?
these
Something.
little igloos. And they have all these different color lights in it. They have chairs set up with a nice carpet in there. They have
Oh,
little
that's
heaters
what you
in there.
meant by igloo. I
Yeah,
wasn't
so
sure.
you go and you
Okay.
sit in the igloo, and they have
That's
waiter and
nice.
They're
waitress service.
transparent igloos. With
Oh.
what type of heaters do they have
They're
inside?
just these little box electric
Like
heaters.
space heaters, yeah.
and
Well, it's just enough for that
I was in there
amount
with
of
just a
space.
shirt on,
And you're comfortable.
no coat. It's very comfortable.
Oh,
That
how
sounds
neat.
so nice.
It's a
Really
cool
cool, great
experience.
concept.
What's the name of the hotel?
Envoy.
The
The
Envoy.
Envoy. Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't want you to visit there, Jim, because we don't want you to put them out of business.
We don't.
We have
Yeah,
a
the
whole
services.
show on the Seaport area, the whole Seaport area. It's
Yeah.
booming. I worked there for 8 years, back in 2005, 6, 7, and there was nothing there. It was, you could just park anywhere. There were empty lots.
I was there. I used to
90.
deliver fish. I used to
You
deliver
know.
fish. I was there twice a day. Deliver.
Of course,
Seaport.
the great Anthony's Pier 4
Right.
is no longer there.
Now it's a 30-story condo complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Seaport is completely out of control.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it
like,
is.
It's like on steroids. There's buildings you can go around there every week and find something new that they're building.
Yeah.
The restaurants, the
And you know, the funny thing is, like, I drove down those streets every single day. Those old cobblestone
Yeah.
streets,
Yeah.
and they just took the streets aren't even there. Like a lot of them, the streets are like there's hotels like where there were streets.
Where there was a whole street.
It just it's the space is
So different.
unrecognizable except for World Trade Center and a little bit around there. That space, if you're in like a couple roads back or a couple buildings back, it's nothing like
it's
the way
totally
it was.
part of downtown Boston now.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
It's
part
it's
of
an
it.
extension of
It's an
downtown.
extension of
You
downtown.
probably know, being in real estate, so remember all the parking lots? What was that company that owned those parking lots?
Fidelity owned a lot.
I don't know. Who,
It
Gillette?
was like $6 or $7 to own to
GE
park
was
in
moving
there.
down there.
I don't know.
And now there's
There's
Yeah.
no such thing. They're all parking underground
Yeah.
garages in the buildings.
Fidelity owned a lot of that space. I worked for Fidelity in the 90s there in the World Trade Center. And then they built that hotel. Oh, thank you. Next.
so go to the Seaport.
Yeah.
No, I go down to the Boston Design Center all the time down there, and it's so easy just to drive in now. I mean,
Well, there
it's
was
really super easy.
about 7 or 8 years ago. So I would use like these like Hotwire or Priceline to get hotels in Boston, and I would always avoid the Seaport because they would call like I don't like how they use Revere and Saugus as a Boston
Yeah.
thing. So you have to be careful when you're doing those kind of reservations. But now Seaport is almost like I'd almost rather stay in Seaport if I'm going out for like one night than in the Back Bay.
Well, if you're going to go to the Seaport has a ton of restaurants, has a lot of activities. There's some nightlife there. You know, they just opened up a Tuscan kitchen. They just put a King's Bowling Alley down there. There's a lot of stuff to do down there. It's not a place to go in the Back Bay if you go to Copley shopping and stuff like that. So if you want to go shopping, you go down Boylston Street. The Lenox is one of my favorite hotels. But if you want to go spend the night, have a nice dinner, and just great entertainment, the Seaport is really exploding with that.
You can pull your boat right up there in the summertime.
Yeah, we do that.
Legal
We do that
Harborside.
quite often. We go down and we'll
Yeah.
park the boat. There's a little slip that you pay. It's like $20 a half hour for the
Yeah.
boat, and it's right there at Del Frisco's, the Legal Sea Bar there, and what's the Taza Macau there, the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, we went there.
Yeah, we
Is
take the
Test
boat.
Kitchen
zip right
still
up.
there? Legal Test Kitchen still
Yeah.
across the street?
Yes, yeah,
So they
yeah.
have two legal locations then.
Yeah.
So here's we have some worldly travelers and Boston, good people that know good restaurants in town. I'm going to go one by one, and I want you to tell me your number one steakhouse destination in
Oh,
Boston.
that's a tough
We'll
one for
start
me.
with. You want to start, or you want to? We'll
No,
come back
I
to you.
mean, you can
Okay, go ahead.
I have three, but if I had to go in order, I would say Abe and Louie's, then I would say the Morton Seaport, and then I would say Capitol Grill.
Okay. Michael?
So you can't make a bad choice, really. I would add to that Grill 23
that's
and Del
fine.
Frisco's.
Yeah. Which one's your number one? If you had one, you had to pick one.
I'd go with the Abe and Louie's bone-in filet.
Yeah?
We're really getting specific.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
Well, the only one I've been to is the one.
Shout out to Pete Papagalis from Astros.
The place right in
We haven't been.
in Kenmore Square. What's the name of that place in Kenmore Square? Sorry,
Kenmore
I don't know.
Square.
Right in Kenmore Square.
Eastern Standard?
Oh,
Is that a
Eastern Standard.
steakhouse? We
That's
can
good.
consider that a
oyster.
steakhouse?
Well, when I've been, because my son loves it there, so
Yeah.
that's what we've had. Is
No, I love
steak.
that.
So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine's Grill 23.
And Chris, don't be a
Where-
kiss
where-
ass and say,
where-
you know,
Where's
Joe
Greg?
and Son's lobster pool.
No, blue
No,
collar
mine
lobster.
is
No,
screw
it's
going into Boston.
lobster.
Go to
No.
Polana's. The hell with Boston.
He said Boston.
I
so-
know, but you don't have
Oh,
to
the
go to
tomahawk
Boston.
steak at
I'm not gonna.
Passports is
I'm not going to
awesome.
bother.
Okay, so you can't do that to me. You can't tell me in Boston.
He sold you
and
out.
pick
He
Boston.
sold you out. Danny's going to be
No,
pissed.
you
Because
you
one of my
overlooked
best friends
Danny.
owns
You overlooked
Polana,
Danny.
and you're gonna try
Danny's
to
gonna be
throw
pissed.
me under the
Danny.
Where is
I
Polano's?
mean,
Polana's in Peabody.
We talked about this.
why go over two bridges?
I passed
Why
it all
go
the
over two
time.
bridges?
I think I passed
do
it all.
Well, if you keep it up, you're going to go over one. I can tell you that.
Tim, do you have a favorite steakhouse?
I'd have to agree with Ralph. Del Frisco's I'd put up there, and Morton's I would, but that location's been there for a long time. Morton's in Seaport, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And but Del Frisco's is new, and they have an upper.
Yeah, the Del Frisco's salad at lunch, I think is $18.
Yeah.
Sirloin salad at Del Frisco's for lunch. It's like $18. It's really good.
Like Mike said, you can't go wrong with anyone.
No,
It's a
I-
personal preference at that point.
I haven't been to Maestro, but our friend Peter Papagalis
Oh, yeah.
is the GM.
It's a special occasion place for sure. And the service is top notch there. The steaks you can get, you can spend probably half an hour choosing your steak.
I want to see, maybe, I bet you Anthony Catarano would do this for us, to get us, during the holidays, get some tomahawks and do a special.
Eric probably.
yeah.
Eric could probably get
Yeah,
it.
we did for Mikey's birthday. He had a tomahawk ribeye. It was $38, I think.
What's a
And
tomahawk
and
ribeye?
in Boston, it would have been an $80 steak.
What's a
Yeah,
tomahawk?
so tomahawk is a basically. I got some rib roast at Stop and Shop today.
Okay.
It's the rib roast with the rib on it. So the rib is like a handle that's like
Oh,
this
okay.
long.
So it's like a tomahawk for throwing.
Yeah, yeah.
How long, Joe?
About 18 inches.
Is Kate all right?
Jeez.
She's watching Oprah.
Oh, she is.
Pat, tell me about Toodaloo's.
Kim, this is a.
Oh, yeah, Toodaloo's.
Oh,
Toodaloo's.
I'll segue there.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I was not in the. I was
I
not
didn't write
feeling
that for
very
me.
holiday spirity, so I decided to go down to Toodle. I thought, well, I need to turn this around, so I went down to Toodaloo's, and I mean,
you
you
would-
can't. Yeah, you
not,
can't.
right.
Well,
help it.
is the help all dressed up like elves?
They weren't that day. It was Thursday or Friday. I think it was during the week. And I bought a couple of toys, and I walked them up to the bank and put them in the Toys for not Toys for Tots,
The
but
toy drive.
the
thing.
toy drive
Yeah.
that was happening that day. And it just felt good. It was so much fun to go in there and talk to
Did
them
you
about
ask
what-
her if she's going to have that crazy? I mentioned this, I think last week or something. She has a sale, and I forget what day it was. That if you get there between, like, if they say they open at 6 on this one particular day, between 6 and 7, everything is like 35% off, and then
no,
between
I
7
did
and
not.
8 it's 25% off,
I
and
did
then
not
8
ask
and
about
9
that.
it's like
I think
15%.
I think they had that already. I think that is the Black Friday. I think that's what they do on Black Friday. Yeah, I think that's what they do.
Right, that would have made sense.
One of the dolls I wanted, there was some dolls there, and they were in depicting different occupations and things. So for Kim, I bought wildlife photographer and put it in the bin for some lucky child somewhere down the line.
Oh my goodness.
But that was fun. So if you're feeling a little not too Christmassy, that's a good place to go and get your spirits renewed.
Plus art supplies. They
Yeah,
sell
it's
art supplies.
Yeah, and Susan's
Just
super
found out.
helpful. Like,
Yeah, Jim made me a beautiful. Did you see
Finger
Jim's
painting?
painting of the
Oh,
Calico
that's yours?
Lobster?
Oh, I love that.
Jim made
I
that.
love that
One of them,
painting.
yeah.
When
Yeah,
he's
fun.
not trying to tear down local restaurants, he's also an artist.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Maybe the rum line will let you display some of your paintings.
Oh, that's right. You did the rum line one day, right?
What's that?
With this?
No.
No.
I thought you did.
Yeah, we had a podcast.
Yes, yeah, a
Nicole
long time.
Schraft and I did
Yeah.
one, like in the morning one. We did Bloody Marys at the
Oh,
bar.
thanks for inviting us.
So
It
if you,
was a- it was
if
a
you
while
do
ago.
another one, I'm assuming I'm not invited.
They might not let you in the door.
I'm worried. I'll be honest with you. I'm very worried. You could take that very personally. The Rockport Makers
Makers
Market
Market.
from Rusty and Ingrid
Right.
is a thing now.
It's a thing, and it was
Where is
awesome.
it located?
It's all over Rockport. Like they have food trucks and
Pop up.
Good people,
Um,
toodaloos.
well, it's a little more organized than a pop-up.
He was-
What they
he was
have
very
inside the Rockport Art Association is about 20 crafts makers. And since Rusty and Ingrid do all the Boston craft shows, they're very involved in the craft market, and they know all the top craft, people making beautiful handmade gifts and stuff. So they had about 20 vendors in the Rockport Art Association and about another 10 or so inside brackets. And then all the shops were open, and I got that great bag I showed you. And Rusty and Ingrid created the whole thing, really. I mean, and they're working with the Chamber of Commerce too, but they've done a phenomenal job. Rockport was, I've never seen Rockport so busy. Even in their summertime events and things like that, it was crazy. It was crazy busy there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike updated his Tinder profile with like his ugly Christmas sweater.
I haven't seen that.
And he
Nothing
said
I don't go on
that
Tinder,
he
so-
said he's never got so many hits on his Tinder profile.
What's a
Does it-
Tinder?
show everybody. Show
us your new
Show
profile,
us your new
Mike.
profile picture, Mike.
Kim wants to know what Tinder is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's the grinder
It's
for
where you go to
it's-
start a fire.
it's really good stuff.
So I said,
Let me see.
oh wow, you look like a professional. Now, which way do you swipe? Up,
Yeah.
down?
You can swipe left, right, or up.
What does that mean?
What's up?
Left
Explain
is
to
pass.
us.
Left is pass. Right is interested, and up is super interested.
Oh,
And
really?
what's down?
There isn't. Well, down happens when you meet them in person.
Oh, I
Up is
Thumbs
let's
up or down?
let's hop in bed right now.
No, no.
No.
It's not that. It's not. It's
So
not
is this
it's
just a
not what you
dating
think.
site
Oh,
or
it's
is this a
not?
hookup site?
Well, it can be whatever you want it to
Can
be.
you show us a picture? What
Yeah.
is
Okay,
the picture?
that's interesting.
Why don't you show Kim some of the
So
pictures?
you ever hear
of
that song from
women
Beyonce?
that-
To the left, to the left.
To the right, to the right.
Is that
To
what
the
you
left,
Is that what
to
that's
the
about?
left, to the left.
I don't know.
I'm not
Get out of my
into
life.
this.
To the left.
See,
Oh, I
30
didn't know
years
that
ago
either.
when, I was
And that's
looking
really
to
cute.
find
He's
a
gotten a lot of hits.
Yeah, we had to
woman
work
of my
out.
Oh,
dreams.
he's blowing up.
You had to
He's blowing up with
yourself.
that.
Yeah.
Mike, show.
It's actually pretty
Oh my
sweet.
Oh.
That's his new grinder profile.
Oh,
I'll tell you, you're a handsome dude,
That's
I'll
a
tell you.
It's very
classic.
sweet.
Actually, so they put a filter on this. So filters
Obviously.
are a big thing. Yeah. When the girl showed me this picture, I said, "That's me."
And what's that other thing they call
Yeah, what kind of
airbrushing?
kids
It looks like there's a lot of
Yeah.
airbrushing in
She
that.
highlighted. She's like, "I
Lot of
brought you. I lit
doctoring.
up your face." I said, "Whoa."
Who did that for you?
Very sweet.
They took it last night at Machaca. And,
It's amazing what they can do with technology these days.
Yeah.
You actually look handsome
Yeah.
in that picture.
Yeah.
I think
I
he
mean,
was very handsome in that picture.
We might even
Kate says
Swipe
all the time.
left,
Kate says
Mike.
all the time she thinks Mike is a very handsome young man.
really.
What is she doing looking
Oh,
on
yeah.
Tinder?
Huh?
Well, no,
She-
Kate,
She's
Kate
not
has my
on
login.
It's Grinder. It's not Tinder. It's
Kate has my
Grindr.
login, and Kate is actually
Is
my
it really called
proxy.
Grindr? No.
What does that mean?
That's for the gay people.
She's my. Well, Tim, you want to
In
explain?
case
proxy?
you're in the emergency
Yeah,
room?
I might have Tim explain.
A
proxy.
reference? Is she a reference? Is she a
I'm not sure what
reference
you
for
mean by
you?
proxy with Kate. There might be a different meaning.
No, do you run it when you write things into your profile? Do you run it by Kate first so she can
Kate is my
coach you
proxy.
along?
Yeah, Kate is my.
Eyes and ears?
Litmus
She's
tells
my
if you've gone too
pause
far.
button, and everything goes through Kate.
That's a very wise
She has my
decision.
login. She swipes for me.
Is she swiping?
She writes back.
What?
When she starts communication.
I don't know.
Kate
I
is
can't
my clairvoyant.
I see so
Mike.
many things wrong with that.
I know, Mike. That's not
Wow.
good. So,
Well, it is good.
so when they say yes and you go date or you sit down with someone for dinner or lunch, that's not.
And they
they're
ask
not,
a specific question.
Yeah.
You say, "Well, I really don't know because my proxy filled out the report."
Yeah.
This is an interesting
look,
concept.
Oh, he's got a hit. He's got a
Sunday
hit.
morning, and it's
He's got a hit. What's
The
his,
waters might be choppy.
We might
Captain
have a
Joe's may
special
be closed
episode
today.
of Good Morning Gloucester about this whole
that'd
grinder.
be, that'd be the homie cast.
dating
Yeah.
in the.
So
in
what's
the
his
world.
what's this one's name? What's his name?
We don't do names.
Captain Joe's may be closed today, but man, the fish are biting.
We got a live one. We got a live one. Oh my goodness.
Oh, she's a heavy one.
It's a keeper.
Okay, that being said,
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Oprah.
Thank you.
Chris, did the boy get over the mackerel mackerel incident?
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
this was classic.
So a couple of weeks ago, Ralph had us over to make some pizzas in his nice pizza oven.
It's ridiculous pizza.
And he said, I got to go run down to the dock. There's a lobster boat.
I didn't say that.
needs
Joe
me."
said that.
Joe said that. And when Joe came back, what I didn't know he was doing is putting mackerel all over my car that was parked in front of Ralph's house.
Oh.
So when I walked out, Joe was still in Ralph's house. I'm yelling up, "You son of a bitch!" Mackerel everywhere, windshield, under the windshield
Underneath the
wipers.
windshield wipers. Huh?
So what he didn't realize was that was my son's car. That's the car that he's been driving the last couple
I
of
didn't
months.
realize it. I wouldn't have done it if I knew it was his
No,
son's car.
Yeah,
I
who
figured it was
was
Chris's car.
with me. Who was with me? So he saw the whole thing. He's crying, like
He wasn't crying.
something like that's never happened to him before.
Wait, it gets better though.
So he had to head back to school that night, all the way to Washington, D.C. So halfway through his trip, he stops for gas. He calls me in shock. Dad, I just opened the gas cap, and there was a mackerel in the gas cap. He shit his pants right at the mobile station. So Joe has brought it a whole new level. I have played multiple jokes on
that is a new
people,
level,
but
yeah.
he has brought the children into
Did
this.
the gulls
So it is
go
now
all the way to
personal.
Washington?
I think so.
Yeah.
Washington D.C. has not had a seagull in the city in years, and now there's
So the
at
best
least
one.
three of them.
So then he I went to I went to bed because I had to be at work early in the morning. I wake up to the text from him. You asshole! I'm gonna fucking get you this, that, and the other thing. And I said to him, "Did you find the one under the front seat?"
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that way. I didn't put one there,
Yeah.
but knowing he'd have to go out and check. You couldn't just leave it there because if you leave it there, it's going to make a horrible stink.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. But he brought the children into it, so
Yeah, it
it's
takes
going
it
to
up
be
a step.
interesting. Yeah, it's
The
gonna
gloves
be
are off.
Yeah.
Ralph, let's be honest. All the things he's done to us, I mean,
Please, I know.
Yeah, but not to your family.
Don't get him started with that.
Not to your family.
Well,
cauliflower,
no, that was an honest
pineapple.
mistake.
Yeah, you know.
That was an honest mistake. He thought it was directed towards you.
I did. Yeah, I had no idea.
Does he think
I
I would
would've
drive
thought
a
much
piece of
better.
shit like that? That piece of shit car?
You've driven it many times. I have pictures.
What was the thought process? In,
Yeah, Joe.
Let
Was it
me
the Kia?
grab a bunch of these
It's
mackerel
Chris,
and take them back
anything
over.
No, here, so the thought process was this: Mickey, our friend Mickey,
Oh yeah.
I
This
got
is even worse.
I got his father. I brought him some mackerel. You want some mackerel? He told me his father was thrilled that I gave him the mackerel. Thrilled. So so Mickey was over the house. I'm like, "Do you want any mackerel?" And I thought that they had left, and so I brought the mackerel for him to.
Okay.
And Kim, Ralph's wife, you're not bringing fish.
Right,
Like
right.
you.
Well, I would be.
You
the
take
same,
your you take your feet,
Clothes off.
everything
Take your
before you
clothes
walk
off.
in. She got the special booties for your feet when you go in the house. And
When
everything.
you walk into the house, you walk into like
The vestibule.
a vestibule store, and then you stand there with your arms, and this hot steam blows in, and it sterilizes you before you come in the house.
You put on your body condom. His body
Mackerel
condom.
brought joy in a couple of different ways. Then the same mackerels brought joy
All right, I'm gonna bring up something that happened to me a long time ago, but I want your opinion if you think this is a legitimate reason to break up with someone or not.
Let me get my
all
finger
right.
on
Is
the
this,
button.
is this the threesome again?
No, not the two. No, it's the same girl though.
Same girl, though.
Oh my goodness.
Do I know her?
What?
I'll swipe a couple
I
times
don't
and
think
see.
you knew it. No. So in my 20s,
In a
after
biblical sense.
no, I don't think so. No. I was dating this young girl. I was out of college. She was still going to college.
She was in kindergarten? No? Oh, no, that's a different story.
Very attractive girl. Very, very attractive girl.
You're a
Anyway.
handsome guy.
Yeah, of
You're a
course.
very handsome guy.
Well, so we're going out, and I kind of knew that she was a beautiful, beautiful girl. But there was definitely like a couple times she would go completely sideways, like
In bed?
no, well that, but not that. Like she would go like pick a fight like randomly. And I'm like, this girl's definitely not going to be marriage material because I can't deal with that. But the sex was really good.
Where did she
I didn't
fall?
tell-
Where did she fall in the hot crazy matrix?
On the hot crazy matrix, she was probably a 8 hot, 9 crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so so that's
She's
just
a hairdresser?
no, worked at a nail
was a
salon.
stripper.
Okay.
She
Worked
was
at a
a
nail
stripper.
salon.
Say it close enough.
Close enough. That's right.
She's a
So
banana?
so anyway,
This is the pyramid game, guys. Let him tell the story.
You sound awful nervous. Would you just get
no.
to the
I just
fucking
want to know if
point?
you think this is a legit reason to break.
I'm waiting to pass judgment.
So the fall is my busiest time of year at the dock. I'm like out straight, crazy, exhausted, and it was my birthday. And
Happy birthday.
So for my birthday, she gets me a pair of tickets to the ballet.
All right.
To the ballet
How long were you
The brass
dating?
rail in Toronto?
in Boston.
You'd met her, right?
I'd been going out with her for like nine
Chris is demonstrating
for
ballet
like
right now. for those of
9
you-
months. I'd probably been going out with her for like 9 months.
Okay.
Maybe a year.
A while.
A while. But I knew that, this was not going to be a
Right.
totally, but I
Right.
was, we had some good times and there was a lot of good, what are you doing? Why open
The
the door?
story is making me hot.
So do you think that is one of the most inconsiderate things that someone could possibly,
All right.
Yeah, she was well intended.
Yeah, Joe.
do you think that's well intended though?
I just
No.
have a couple questions,
close that door?
right?
Jim,
Right.
behind
Oh,
you.
no. It has to. I'm
Oh, no.
dying.
I'm not heating the fucking house, so you're going to leave the
Okay.
window
Well,
open.
turn off
Okay, I have a
that
couple
stove.
questions,
Turn it
Chris, if you don't mind shutting the fuck up. My
IBM
first question is,
IBM is making some
Take off
money.
one of your sweaters, Chris, for crying out
I
loud.
can't. Then you'll see my breast.
So, Ralph, go ahead.
thank you. I thank you, Joe, for taking control. My first question is, why now do you bring this topic up? That's question number one. It's a
You know
little
why.
confusing to me as to why you're bringing this up during podcast number 311. And secondly, were you not hugged as a child? Do you,
I just thought that it was like so inconsiderate, knowing that like I'm passing out, falling asleep.
but you didn't answer my question. Why are you bringing this up after all these years?
I just thought it was an interesting story.
No, it was because of me.
We alluded
I
to
reached out and asked you if you wanted to go to an event.
Oh, that's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Chris asked if I wanted to go to the
The Nutcracker.
the Nutcracker, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I would pay to not have to go to the Nutcracker.
Maybe she
Right, well,
figured-
why
maybe
would
she
you go
figured
to the
you'd fall
Nutcracker
asleep
with
at
a ball
at the
ring?
ballet. You
Are you-
could sleep.
You can sleep at the
Are you
ballet.
thinking that her gift?
Your phone numbers.
Are you thinking that her gift was more
I'm getting all this
more
feedback.
inclined for her own needs versus your needs?
Thank you. I just think that like if you're gonna buy someone a present, that thank you. What just happened?
Oh, feedback? Audio problem?
Oh, it was muted.
Maybe it's the candle.
Sometimes I will say when people give gifts, they don't often consider who they're giving the gift to. They consider their perspective.
And that's what
And what it means to
that was the
them.
point. I thought
That
it was the
happens a
most
lot, yeah.
incredibly inconsiderate thing that I had ever I asked.
I'd say
Consider
inconsiderate
what that
word.
was. Huh?
I'd say it wasn't inconsiderate. She just was well intended, but couldn't see
A
your
little
your
misguided,
perspective,
yeah.
your point of view. She was focused on her own.
Yeah.
Maybe
And I think
self-centered
No,
might be a
she
better.
didn't look at you as the alpha dog, probably. And the alpha dog, right?
Well, no. Have you seen some of Kate's apparatuses that she wears in the room? I'd say Kate's the alpha.
So, what is he doing?
Joey gets on his back, or on all fours, depending
He's
on
having
what
hot
Kate
flashes.
says.
Turn it off.
He's having a hot
No,
flash.
it's in the bottom right. There's a button.
Okay.
So okay, I want to hear the.
No, not till the women answer. Whoa! Oh! Yikes!
Where's that coming from?
The devil.
Do the unplug and plug it back in.
Rouse thing. I want to hear the female perspective on this. Kim and then Pat.
Well, I think it was a little selfish, but maybe she was just thinking of having a nice night out,
Joe.
and doing something different, and but
Knowing me, did you think that I would appreciate tickets to that rally?
No, I don't think.
Well, how
so.
long did you know her?
I think.
She
70
knew.
days. You just said that.
Well, I was dancing.
I think.
Yes, you
I
were.
think,
You were
know,
pirouetting over there.
It's not a reason to break up with somebody, but
Well, if you knew that there were other things that like.
yeah, other things. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Pat. What's your perspective?
My perspective is that I think that it probably is a good enough reason to break up because clearly she didn't understand you the way that you'd like to be understood in a relationship, and that gift was about her and not about you. And on top of everything else, yeah.
During football season.
I mean, it would shock me. It would shock me during football season, of course. It would shock me if somebody gave me that would feel thoughtless to me.
Right.
And it would be hurtful.
But don't you cut her a break, Joey? I mean, was
I know,
that the
Joey.
last straw?
Yeah,
That was the last
Cut her a break.
No,
You were just looking for an
it was
excuse
different
to get
That's
rid
a
of her.
good. That's a good
Isn't
one.
there anything better we could talk about?
He didn't want to go to Handel's Messiah for
Joe,
Christmas.
the next item is underwear. Let's talk about underwear.
All right, let's talk about it.
It's just.
Michael. Oh, Mike. I wonder if Mike. I
Mike wears
guarantee
no
you,
underwear.
Michael wears a.
I don't know if he wears underwear.
I
may
never
not.
wear underwear.
See,
You don't?
Told you. I would have put 100 on that one.
I would have lost because I would have said he wore the fancy underwear.
If I'm wearing a suit, I have underwear on. I don't have a suit.
Okay,
That's so he doesn't have to
I think
clean his suit.
your clients thank you for that.
so we're talking about like the new kind of this new wave that's
Spread of the
capturing
nation.
men all over the world are not just wearing your grandfather's like tidy
Boxer
whities
briefs.
Like
anymore.
Jim's underwear.
Like Jim's.
Jim's not even
I
wearing
don't even
underwear
want to
these
picture
days.
that. But like, there's different brands. There is what are the ones you wear?
I wear the same one Ralph does, Tommy John's, but I also wear Saks.
Saks.
SAXX.
It's not like Saks Fifth Avenue.
Oh,
I would
because that's how I had it in the show
No,
notes.
it's SAXX. What's special about Saks is that
pouch. The
there's
little-
a
I'm
little
guessing
pouch.
it has a
There's
pouch.
Little
So
pouch.
when you wear them, it's almost like a piping plover, like nested
So-
right in the little nest.
It's all wrapped up.
Those
So
pirouettes, everything stayed in
my
place.
man part is like a piping plover that just rests comfortably into the nest. I swear to God, gently, and it's nice and safe, and I keep it
Protected.
warm.
Gently has 3 syllables now.
I keep it from dogs. I mean, dogs chase me, but my piping plover is nice and in its
Notice how he
nest.
says my part. It's not my whole. It's just my part.
Chris, how's your whole family?
Oh, terrible. Do you have a special brand of underwear that you wear when you do wear underwear?
For work?
I wear boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs, like old
Hanes,
school
Brooks,
cotton
boxer
boxer
You
briefs.
know, like Lucky or yeah. Lucky.
I wear jockey boxer briefs.
Lucky. I wear Lucky.
Really?
So, Ralph,
Tommy John's. Well, I was a whitey tighty guy for years.
Whoa.
And then my wife turned me on to the Tommy John's.
Yeah.
I think.
So you never go back.
Yeah, no, I love them. They're very comfortable.
What's nice about Tommy John is that when you go pee,
No.
It's got the little.
fly goes
Yeah,
this
it's got
way.
the kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, it
It's
goes
got the kangaroo pouch.
up and down,
So you just kind of
not
like
left to right.
fold it over
That's a
and
critical
and I
piece.
know,
Yeah.
ladies,
That is.
this is really not appropriate talk, but it's very well designed for
Yes.
the exit
Engineering.
Yes.
Next
engineering.
level.
Yes,
Next level engineering.
stuff. Yeah, so we did, and my wife made note of that. She said,
So since we're on this topic, I'm curious, men and ladies, feel free to jump in if you've had this conversation with your husbands. When you go up to a urinal Do you undo your belt and zipper, or
Yes,
do you
I
just
have
do
to.
the zipper?
Yeah, I don't like.
Belt?
I don't like just going
Undo
through the
your
zipper.
belt?
That could be dangerous.
Undo your belt?
I
To
do.
pee
Yeah,
on a urinal?
Me too.
Yeah, I do.
I do too.
I don't like just
Chris
going through the
P's sitting
zipper.
down.
Why would you have to do that for?
Chris P's
Because
sitting
I
down.
don't like going through the zipper.
Yeah, me neither.
You pull your whole thing, your
Yeah.
pants down at a urinal?
Well, I don't pull my
No,
pants
don't pull them down.
Joe.
No, just you do undo the
Just
top.
halfway.
Undo the top, and you put your zipper
Are
down.
you worried
there.
about chafing?
Well, geez, there's a lot
Tim?
of there's
What's Tim
closeness to
do?
the chain there. You don't want to get.
He's disgusted. Jim, what do you do?
This is very important.
What if someone behind you accidentally in one of the stalls
I know.
makes a loud
Right.
noise
And
like
you-
that? You got to jump.
Startled.
And if you jump, and all of a sudden you have to retract.
The kibbles and bits?
You could have serious
Implications.
right. And you don't want to go to the hot in the emergency room
Then
with
that's embarrassing.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
train tracks.
Well, if you undo the belt,
Yeah.
it makes it easier for that reach around.
It opens everything up. You know what I mean? It just.
So hold it. Jim has to.
Yeah,
Joe, let me ask you a
Very
question.
important.
Where did you come up with these topics for this show today? Because I'm a little amazed at some of the topics you chose.
Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Hold it. Jim has the
Note
answer.
that Joe is pointing directly to Chris McCarthy.
Jim has the answer.
This is very important. In my younger days, right? What determined which underwear to wear was whether you wanted a boy or a girl.
Oh yeah.
Wow, see, now
Oh,
we're
so
bringing
if you
some
wanted-
old-time stool
If
to
they're
this.
too tight,
That is
Yeah.
important.
if they're too tight, it's going to be a boy. If it's no, it's going to be a girl. Oh, it's going to be one or the other.
I knew that.
If there were two rooms,
There you have 4 girls.
Who would think it would be one or the other? But Jim, no disrespect. In your younger days, you guys used to pee in a trough.
and I had 4 girls.
Yeah, you wore the wrong
You
underwear.
wore the wrong underwear your entire life.
Exactly.
It might be time to change it up. I'm saying.
That's funny.
Tim hasn't chimed in.
I
Yeah,
think
he
Underwear?
did.
He's
Yeah, he did.
he's
disgusted.
playing it smart.
Well, I'm with Mike, California style, not free and easy, but when I do wear them, it's Hanes. Hanes boxers.
Yeah, there you go.
So leave it to the
I'm getting-
podcast.
So I think this might be a good time to call in Jimmy. Let's call Jimmy and see if he's
Call
standing.
Jim. Call
I'm getting Christmas ideas.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Tommy Johns.
Call Jimmy.
What-
We gotta ask Jimmy that
SAXX?
question.
Was it S-A?
SAXX.
Okay. We gotta call in. We gotta do a call in with Jim Dalpiaz right
Yeah.
now.
And we're going to let Jim speak on the underwear subject.
Can you text me the pic photo of your new grinder photo?
Is he home cleaning the Mustang right now? What's he doing? Winterizing?
He's upstate New York. He's traveling.
I know. Oh, okay.
Why are you having a hard time?
She doesn't have him on speed dial.
You have it for him.
Can you put it on speaker?
Yeah.
Why is it not on
Because
speaker?
we're waking him up.
Good
Put it
morning.
right on top of it.
Jimmy!
Jimmy!
Jimmy D's in the
Live on
house.
Good Morning Gloucester, Jim.
Good morning, Gloucester. What's going on, kid? We got a question for you.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
Are you
So
sure you're
Jimmy, one of the topics that has come up is the last time you were standing in front of a urinal, did you just undo your zipper or did you undo your belt, your top button, put your zipper down, and then
Let
open your underwear
let
and
the
go
kibbles
pee
and bits go over
yeah,
the top.
with the kibbles and bits. So we're trying to figure out what type of guy you are. Through the zipper
Over the...
or down.
Let it all out.
Let it all out.
Okay. Well, I would have to say that you should unbuckle everything and unzip because you have to find it first.
Good answer. Good
But
answer.
I'm not one of those guys.
Now I know why Pat was reluctant to call Jim.
Yes.
She already knew the answer.
Yeah, she said it was too small, Jimmy.
What happens when you sit down?
Yeah.
So I'm not one of them, and I just know that if I unzip it, it's there.
Oh, boy.
All right, Jimmy. Well,
So,
thank you.
Note
You're-
to self, get Jimmy a pair of tweezers for Christmas.
For Christmas. Or something, you know what you could do, Pat? You could take some black pepper, sprinkle it down there, and when it sneezes, you just go.
Bye, dear.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You guys, I want to tell you that right now.
You're missing something here.
All right, well,
I'll
there
talk
you
to you
go.
later.
The Gloucester.
Next week, tune in next week for do you stand up when you wipe or do you sit down and wipe?
Do you wipe from the front or the back?
Or the back, yeah, front, back, or stand or sit. Yep, right before Christmas, great holiday.
Wet or dry?
Good Morning Gloucester Holiday Barbecue, December
We
29th
already
at
talked about that.
KPMG Clay. Make sure you come. We get some special. Chris is. He's got menopause, I
He's
think.
got that,
He's got the thing.
All these
It was
topics,
pirouette.
He's
all
going
these
through the
topics are
change.
making me hot.
He's going through the change. Oh my God. GloucesterCast.
Oh, we got more?
What do we got?
Kim has to fill in. She has to do
Oh, what
birds
did
and
you
shit.
have?
No, we did.
No,
we
she
did my
didn't do that.
topic.
Yeah.
No,
What are her topics?
Rockport.
no. Kim has to talk about the recipe
Oh.
for that outstanding. Yeah, Kim.
Oh, okay.
Little background on your grandmother.
Yeah, for
Wow,
the
you are really messed up today, Joe.
This is my great grandmother's minted walnuts.
They're very good.
Yep, I make boxes of them for Christmas, and then this is my mom's recipe for sour cream coffee cake, and it's got piles of sour cream and butter in it, and cinnamon and sugar and
It
walnuts.
was outstanding.
Thank you,
Very nice.
thank you.
What else?
Do you want to talk about your hair products? With the...
Is it Kevin Murphy?
No, it's John Masters. Do you like that brand?
I don't know that brand. I'll have to
Yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah.
When
I like
you
Kevin
follow
Murphy.
the old recipes, do you adjust them for modern, more modern? Like,
no, not this. Sometimes,
you try
sometimes.
to.
No, but this one I definitely
it on.
don't touch or fool around with. I mean, I add more walnuts
Right.
and stuff like that. I mean, simple things like that. I add more cinnamon and walnuts. But are we really talking about this after the after the previous conversation?
Chris is very.
Yeah.
Podcast 311B.
Right. All right.
I don't think people are going to be that interested.
Well,
I'm
high
thinking
note.
we lost it.
in,
Yeah.
in what?
Yeah.
GloucesterCast.
Good call.
311 is in the
Is
books.
this one of the more racy GloucesterCasts?
Yes.
Down,
Yes, it is.
down.
No.